Hey there, everybody, this is Adam Zundel with the Mountain East Conference with another edition of MEC Good News. Last week we had you submit some TikToks and we had a lot of fun with it and we really do appreciate it. We had a few more trickle in this week and we don't want to leave anybody out, so let's go ahead and take a look at those. First up, University of Charles Women's Soccer.
She say she wanna dance, but she don't know how to.
Also, Charleston Women's Basketball here in front of the Innovation Center. And Notre Dame softball. All right, who did it best this week? Well, that's up for you to decide, but I still personally think everybody's chasing Coach Bullitt from last week.
This is Coach B's Tic Tac.
All right, we have a special interview coming up, and we also have to get to the birthdays, but before we do that, let's get to a couple of pieces of good news first. First up, we want to direct you to this story on mountaineast.org about former Fairmont State soccer player Abby Johnson, who is serving as an ambassador for the Epilepsy Foundation and spreading awareness. So head over to the website and check out that full story. Also, congratulations to Doug Albin for taking over as the men's and women's swimming coach at Alderson Broaddus. And also a big congratulations to Dr. Brent Stevens, the Director of Athletics at the University of Charleston, for being recognized by the West Virginia Women's Commission with the 2020 Legacy of Women Award. Extremely well-deserved, and congratulations, Brent. Lastly, this isn't technically good news, but we do love direct appeals and dogs. So here's a Kilo at Wheeling's baseball practice lobbying for some Coach of the Year votes. So we'll have to see what we can do about that. All right, last week we mentioned that Kirsten Hensley had been named a top 30 finalist for the Ncaa Woman of the Year Award. Last night we were able to catch up with Kirsten and talk about that and more. All right, we're joined now by Kirsten Hensley. And Kirsten, to that end, it's not Kirsten Hensley anymore. You have your own good news, so share that with us.
Yeah, so I actually got married in June over the summer during the coronavirus. So that was definitely an adventure, but that is definitely my good news for the summer. That was so amazing. Just to get married, it's something that I've been waiting for a long time with me and my husband. So that is definitely my good news for the summer.
Does it still sound weird to say husband, or you're good with it now?
I'm good with it. I think we've waited so long. It's just, it's expected, and we're just enjoying it. So yeah, it's actually not that strange.
How difficult, how stressful was it executing the wedding with all of the restriction, all of the things that had to go on?
It was definitely really hard. We wanted to make sure that everybody was safe. That was our main thing. There were a lot of people that weren't able to come, but we told them, thank you for respecting other people. We know that they could have came. There was a couple that were in contact with some who got COVID. They were actually tested negative, but they decided not to come. So we were really appreciative of that. We also had to change our reception venue exactly 1 month before we were supposed to get married. So that was something that was definitely crazy. But in the end, I said everything that went wrong could have went wrong, but it was the most perfect thing ever. So.
All right. Well, we're happy for you. Congratulations to you and your husband. Also, congratulations, top 30 finalists for the Ncaa Woman of the Year. So when you hear that and you kind of look around, what are your thoughts surrounding kind of being in that company?
Honestly, I cannot even explain my thoughts, because going into it, I was just so excited to be a part of a college team, a part of a school, and represent my school, let alone my entire conference, my region, and in front of nationally girls who are just amazing. All the awards that I've accumulated, every time people ask me, how do you feel? And every time I don't feel like it's real. So I'm just really taking in everything, enjoying it, and I'm super appreciative of these awards and, having people look up to me, and I try to do my best to those who are younger to guide them along the way. And one of the best things that I think I've been able to do is encourage high schoolers to go into college sports if they can, because it's an amazing opportunity. You meet so many new people, and it's just so many amazing memories that you'll have for the rest of your life.
What does that Woman of the Year, specifically that one, what does that represent? What does that kind of speak to you? Because, All-American, that's very an athletic accomplishment. And, I know you've had a lot of academic awards too, but this Woman of the Year thing, what does that kind of speak to?
That's actually something that I talked about with my husband. We were talking about it, and I was like, Woman of the Year, that's such a big title. And he looked at me and he's like, yeah, but you deserve it. He's like, you've done so much. I would go to class, then go to work, then go give a tennis lesson, then go to practice and give another tennis lesson, and be with my teammates, and, try to talk to my husband. We actually went to different colleges, and he was 3 hours away, and he was just like, you've done so amazing. Like, this is just the time when you get to look back and be like, I did well in the positions that I was given. And that's just something that I need to enjoy right now while I have it, and, just take it all in. It's amazing.
Tell us a little bit about the experience at West Virginia State. I know, kind of reading over your application, being at an HBCU and having the experience that you did. Can you tell me a little bit about what the experience at West Virginia State meant for you?
It was one of the best experiences I think I've had. I always tell people, like, when looking back at it, I wouldn't have picked anywhere else to go. The students there, the staff, my coaches, my teammates, everybody's just so supportive. There would be people driving by while we're practicing telling us, you got it, good luck. People that you didn't even know would be telling you good luck and congratulations on stuff that you did. So honestly, state has just been giving me so many opportunities. I'm in occupational therapy school right now, and it's just been such a blessing. Like, I can't thank state enough for all the support and the opportunities that they've given me.
So things went upside down in March, and the world it was just crazy time. How did you respond to everything? I know everybody's looking forward to their senior season and all of the things that can come with it in terms of team championships and making it deeper on the Ncaa tournament, and all of the honors that eventually actually did kind of come your way in terms of All-American honors. But how did you deal with that? Like, mental health is a big topic. Like, how did you what processes did you go through when all of those things just started happening so fast?
The first emotion that I felt was just sadness. I'd really been working so hard, as well as my team. We were working so hard and practicing extra, and I just cried. I was with my coach actually when he got the email, and I just cried in his car. And, he couldn't say anything. There was nothing that he could say to make me feel better. And as soon as my teammates found out, one of my teammates, she actually found me and just ran to me and gave me a big hug. In terms of mental health, it was definitely something that, I've never experienced before. Some people might look and be like, oh, it's just a sport, but it's more than that. That's your relationships that you've built. That's countless hours that you put into it. And I think the way that I coped with it was really just relying on my teammates and my family and my husband to get me through that, because it was really hard. It was something that, nobody was expecting. And it was in the matter of a day that I realized that, that last season that you wait for 4 years wasn't going to happen. So I really would thank my teammates and my family and God. I mean, I'm religious and I believe in God, and He has been with me through this whole entire process. And also looking back on it, I've gotten a lot of awards that maybe I wouldn't have got if the season would have played through. You never know how things would have gone. So in the end, I mean, everything's okay. I still have those relationships. And in the end, everything is good. So, I mean, I just can't thank all of them enough for their support that they gave me.
Well, you've been a tremendous ambassador for West Virginia State and for the MEC, and we're rooting you on from afar. We're really proud of what you've accomplished. We're rooting you on there at the top 30. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys so much.
Of course. Well, before we let you go, we love to have you as a guest host, and the guest host gets to do the birthdays. Do you mind doing us the honors?
I would love to.
All right, let's get to it.
So for this week's birthdays, we have Dane Allen from Wheeling, Kayla Faye from West Virginia Wesleyan, Abby Gwynn from Concord, Caitlin Kerrigan from Concord, Anthony Giuseppe from Frostburg, Lauren Haminsky from West Virginia Wesleyan, Julie Kemp from Notre Dame. Happy birthday to you guys.
Thanks, Kirsten. Great job with the birthdays. We do have one more we want to get to. We want to say happy birthday to Rick Seuss. Rick helps the conference in a lot of different ways. He is a statistician extraordinaire. He keeps book at the basketball tournament and is also the official statistician for the volleyball championship. So we thank Rick and wish him a happy birthday. All right, that'll do it for this edition of MEC Good News. Thanks for spending some time with us. If you have some good news you'd like to share, go ahead and tag us on social media or email us at news@mountaineast.org. We'll see you next week, everyone. Have a great weekend.